Most people think about real estate the same way. They look at a house, they see the price, and they ask, can I afford this? But that's not always the best question. The better question is this home worth what I'm paying for it? And those are two very different things, because price is what you pay today. Value is what the property is likely to be worth when you need to sell it in 5, 10, or 15 years from now. And this is where a lot of buyers get into trouble. They confuse a beautiful house with a smart purchase. They confuse new finishes with long-term value. They confuse what feels good today with what might actually build wealth over time. And in a market like Lakewood Ranch, that mistake can easily cost a buyer more than $100,000 over the life of the investment. Before we get into it, if you're thinking about moving to Florida, buying in Lakewood Ranch, or trying to make a smarter real estate decision, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I talk about the real things buyers need to understand before they make a move, not just the pretty pictures. Now let me give you an example. Here are two homes in the same general market, both in Lakewood Ranch area, both around $800,000 price point. The first home is new construction. There's beautiful finishes. The model home looks amazing. The sales center is impressive. Everything feels fresh and exciting. The second home is in a more established community. It's not brand new. It may need some cosmetic updates. Maybe the kitchen is not the latest style. Maybe the floors need to be changed. Maybe the home does not show as perfectly as the builder model. Most buyers are naturally drawn to the new home, and I understand why. New feels safe, new feels exciting, new feels like you're getting the best version of everything. But value does not always work that way. With new construction, you may be paying for a builder markup, design upgrades, lot premiums, and finishes that begin aging the moment you move in. Now that does not mean new construction is bad. Sometimes it's absolutely the right choice. But it does mean you need to understand what you are really paying for. Are you paying for long-term land value? Are you paying for scarcity? Are you buying in a neighborhood that has already proven itself? Or are you paying a premium because the home is new? The model is beautiful. The sales experience made the decision feel easy. That is where the gap happens. A mature community can sometimes offer something new construction cannot. It can offer a proven location, established landscaping, a neighborhood with history, a track record of real estate activity, and limited future supply. And in real estate, supply matters. If there are still hundreds of new homes being built around you, your resale competition may be the builder. And competing against the builder is not easy. The builder can offer incentives, rate buy-downs, closing cost credits, and brand new inventory. You, as a resale owner, may not be able to compete with that in the same way. But in an established community where there is limited inventory and people want to live there, the value can be very different. That is why I tell buyers not to look at the price alone. Look at the story behind the property. Look at the land. Look at the neighborhood. Look at the HOA. Look at the future competition. Look at what the home may be worth when it's your turn to sell. Because the question is not just, do I like this home today? The question is, will the next buyer want this home when I'm ready to move? That's a completely different way to think. And this matters even more if you're relocating from a high-cost state like California, New York, New Jersey, Illinois, or anywhere else where you may be coming here with a lot of equity. Florida may look affordable compared to where you're coming from. So it's very easy to say, let's just buy the nicest new house we can find. You want the pool, you want the outdoor kitchen, you want the upgraded counters, the modern floor plan, the high ceilings, and the big wow factor. And again, there's nothing wrong with wanting those things. But a smart buyer has to ask, am I buying value or am I buying excitement? Because excitement can fade. Finishes can age. Builder incentives change the resale market. HOA fees can increase. And the community that felt perfect during the sales presentation may look very different when construction is finished and resale competition begins. On the other hand, a well-located home in an established Lakewood Ranch community may not have the same immediate wow factor, but it may have stronger long-term fundamentals. And sometimes a buyer who's willing to update the right home can create real value instead of just paying for someone else's upgrades. That's the difference between thinking like a typical buyer and thinking like an investor. Typical buyer asks, what's the monthly payment? A smart buyer asks, what am I actually buying? A typical buyer asks, is this the prettiest house I saw today? And a smart buyer asks, what will this property be worth when I sell? Typical buyer focuses on countertops. A smart buyer focuses on the land, the location, the community, the supply, the HOA, and the resale story. So if you're thinking about buying in Lakewood Ranch, here's what I would do. Look at both new construction and resale. Don't automatically assume new is better, and don't automatically assume older is a better deal either. Compare the full picture. Ask how many new inventory homes are still coming. Ask what the HOA fees look like today and what they may look like later. Ask whether the community has a proven resale history. Ask whether the home has features that future buyers will still want. And most importantly, ask whether the value is in the property itself or in the presentation. Because a model home is designed to make you feel something. But your future resale value is based on the market. And those are not always the same thing. This is exactly why working with the right advisor matters. My job is not just to show you homes. My job is to help you understand the difference between price and value. It's to help you avoid overpaying for the wrong property, identify opportunities that other buyers may overlook, and position yourself for the best long-term outcome. Sometimes that means new construction, and sometimes that means resale. Sometimes that means a mature community that needs a little upgrading but has much stronger fundamentals. The point is, the right answer is different for every buyer, but the process should always be the same. Look past the surface, understand the value, and make the move that helps you not just live better, but build smarter. So if you're thinking about relocating to Lakewood Ranch or buying in the Sarasota, Manatee County area, I would be happy to help you look at the market this way. I offer a 20-minute consultation where we can talk about your goals, your timeline, your budget, and the type of property that actually makes sense for you. No pressure, just real conversation about how to make the smartest move possible. You can send me a message and reach out directly, and I'm happy to take it. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe, because this is the kind of information that can help you make a much smarter decision before you buy. And before you buy anything, remember this: price is what you pay. Value is what you keep. I'm George Latos, helping you move smarter, not just faster.